What's up, Hybrid Hangout fam? I am Ryan. We getting back to Nicki, man, because y'all didn't care about the Lil Baby and the G Herbo all on me. They were like, yeah, it is all on you, Ryan, because I ain't watching that shit. Shout out to the 88 motherfuckers that watched that video, man, and the people that actually care about Ryan, no matter what I do as far as content you support. Shout out to you. Shout out to the strong few. Nah, I'm just messing with you. Shout out to everybody, man. I don't want to, if whatever you watch, I appreciate it, man. Whether it's Nicki, whatever the case may be, Eminem, whatever the case may be, I enjoy it, man. I appreciate it. I also started up a poll, not a poll, but a community post. So that way, if y'all just want to get your shit off, create your own post, you can kind of do that and let me know what you guys want. Again, I'm trying to ramp it up, trying to do it full time. So I need your feedback, man, positive or negative, man. Please, I'm all about getting better, man. So we are getting to Majesty, man, off this Queen album. Man, we've been doing some bangers off this, man. We have done Ganja Burn. We're doing Majesty today. We did Hard White. We did LLC. We did Good Form, man. So we are knocking out some shit on here, man. And what else? We did Barbie Dreams too. Sorry, I don't want to leave that out. So I also have a playlist of all Nicki Minaj songs that I have covered. So that way, if you want to go down the Nicki Minaj rabbit hole, you can definitely do that. So I ain't gonna waste too much time. Let's get into it, man. We doing Majesty today. I know this has Eminem on it. Highly, highly requested song in the comments, man. Labrinth, I think, is who produced this as well. That's what it says here. So let's get to it, man. Majesty.
Whatever you say, Mrs. Majesty.
Whatever you say, Mrs. Majesty, huh?
Whatever you want, you can have from me. I want your love, just lead me on. Won't give it up, hey. Cause I'm a sucker for you.
Boom, shang-a-lang-a-lang, boom, shang-a-lang-a-lang.
Yo, I got the money and the power now.
Hey.
The G5 will get me out there in the hour now. The Mac moving like crack, I'm selling powder now.
Come on.
Came over, locker room, hit them showers now.
Hey.
I got the trophies in the catalog. Just did a deal, Mercedes-Benz, check the catalog.
Come on.
I'm buying buildings, we don't buy the blog. The Nicki challenge when I fly to Prague.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a
Okay. Let's talk about it. I was a little worried because that at the beginning, I thought that was the whole beat was going to be that. I'm not a fan of the way that sounds, but I like when that beat dropped in. I like when Nicki came in there, man. But let's talk about the chorus really, really quick. It says, whatever you say, Mrs. Majesty, right? The name of the song is Majesty, right? When you say Majesty, it's like your highness, right? She's a queen, right? Queen album, right? Majesty. You know what I mean? It's like back in like what a Greek mythology, I think what it was, right? You know, it's like, Your Majesty, you know what I mean? We have brought you food, or we have brought you this person from over on the whatever the case may be, but you get it, right? You know what I mean? And she said, whatever you want, you can have from me, right? I want your love, just lead me on, right? Whatever I can do just to be in your presence, I'm willing to do. That's the chorus, right? Majesty, right? But then Nicki got on her shit, right? I got the money and the power now, right? Money, power, respect is the key to life. Shout out to the Locks, man. I think they had DMX on that too, and Lil Kim, obviously. That's who was saying money, power, respect is the key to life. Every time I hear a bar like that, I think about that song, man. But she said, got the money and the power now. G5 get me out in an hour now, right? So she just like, yeah, I got the money. I got the power. Maybe go, hop on the G5 jet, which is a private jet, Gulfstream, right? You know what I'm saying? I could hop on that, be anywhere to get a business deal done. Okay, I'm on my big boss talk. What did she say here? Mac moves like crack. I'm selling powder now. That's a hard line, man, because didn't she do something with Mac makeup back in the day? I think she had a contract with them back in the day. Give me some feedback on that, but I believe that's a makeup play. But she said, I'm selling powder now, so that's also a drug play, right? Crack, cocaine, whatever the case may be. But powder is like a term, street term for a type of drug, white drugs, right? You know what I'm saying? But she's like, I'm moving powder now. That's hard, going back to the Mac makeup play, right? Game over, locker room, hit the showers now. So it's over. You know what I mean? When we talk about this rap game and what I'm able to do in it, it is over. You know what I'm saying? That's a sports play, right? You play football, basketball, whatever case may be, soccer. After the game is over. There's no more playing to do. You go to the locker rooms, hit the shower, and you take your ass home. That's what you're saying. Take your ass home. I'm killing this game. There is no more game to be played when it comes to Nicki. That's what she's fire, right? Big boss talk. I got the trophies in the catalog. Just did a deal, Mercedes-Benz, check the catalog. Now, I didn't know about that. Y'all give me some feedback on that. If she's doing business deals with Mercedes-Benz as well. But to define the bar, she said, I got the trophies and the catalog. So I've got the accolades in my in the music industry. You know what I mean? I've got, you know, Grammys and this and that, but I also got the catalog. You go back into my catalog. We're doing the whole Queen album here, right? We pretty much, you know what I mean? We did so much shit off this. So I got the catalog to back my greatness. So the big boss talk that I say, I got the catalog to back it up, right? And I'm doing business deal. I got the Mac shit popping off, right? You know what I'm saying? Got the Mercedes-Benz move popping off. So check the catalog. So I'm making moves in all kind of arenas, going back to the money and the power. You know what I'm saying? So I got the power and the money. You know what I'm saying? Buying buildings, we don't buy the blogs. Nicki challenged when we fly to Prague, right? That's how she ended it, right? I think she's saying, when she's saying buying buildings, again, I'm making big boss moves, right? You know what I'm saying? Hitting the G5 jet to have business meetings. You know, I got the Mercedes-Benz, I got the Mac. The Mac powder, you know what I'm saying? The Mac powder, the Mac makeup play, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a power foundation. I don't know if I really finished that definition. I think Mac has foundation for women, right? It's a powder, right? But we don't buy the blogs. Maybe that's just her saying, I don't fucking deal with the bullshit that goes on in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Or social media, whatever the case may be. I don't buy in to the lies that's on social media. Maybe what she's saying. I buy buildings. I make business moves. Only thing that I buy into is business moves. And Nicki challenge when I fly to Prague. Maybe she's just saying you can't, I challenge you to live the lifestyle I live, to have this amount of success, this amount of money, and do the things that I do. You guys give me some feedback on that. I know you will, but that's the kind of way I'm defining that. All right, let's keep it going. Again, I was a little worried when I heard the chorus there, that bum shaka-laka. I'm not really a big fan of that, but then she started rapping as usual. Let's keep it going.
Boom shang-a-lang-a-lang, boom shang-a-lang-a-lang.
Who wanted with Nicki now? I smoke them like hippies now.
Come
You
on.
see me say yippee now. Homes running like Griffey now. They switching like sissies now. You niggas is iffy now. Bitches tune switching up. We take them to Jiffy now. I'm thicker than peanut butter. He nothing like Skippy now. He want me to be his wife. His missus like Sippy now.
Yeah, okay, all right. Let's talk about it. Am I doing better with the pause? I'm trying to let the shit ride out a little bit and then pause it. I'm trying to get better. Give me some feedback. That's the only way I can get better is you give me feedback. Comment, please. So now she's back in her wordplay bag, right? Wordplay all day. You know, I just made that up on the spot. Wordplay all day when it comes to Nicki, right? She don't play. You know what I'm saying? So what does she say, man? She's like, who want it with Nicki now? I smoke them like hippies now, right? Hippies is kind of an old school term for like people back in the day that smoked a lot of weed, right? You know what I'm saying? But what is she saying? I'll smoke you. If you want, when somebody say smoke, I'll kill you, or it's on some competition shit, killing people, right? It's competition, talking about when I'm in mode, we want to talk about, well, she might be talking about a whole bunch of things, but the way I'm defining it is she's talking about music. In music, if we talking about this rap game, I will win by a large margin. When somebody says smoke you, it's not just winning. They killed you. I mean, it was like, it wasn't even close. I destroyed you, right? Smoked you, right? They say yippee now, right? So she's going on her wordplay. Nicki now, hippie now, yippee now. Home runs like Griffey now. You know, Ken Griffey Jr., you know, was a baseball player back in the day. You know, but every time I'm on this mic, it's like, I'm hitting, I'm trying to do it. Yeah, there it is. I'm hitting home runs, right? I'm out of here. But also on the business plays too, right? Because she was talking about buying buildings and the Mac foundation play, the makeup play, and the Mercedes-Benz move. So she's making all kinds of moves, right? You know what I mean? So I'm knocking it out the park every time I'm out. You know what I mean? No matter what I'm doing, I'm fucking knocking it out the park. They switching like sissies now, right? I don't think you can say that now, right? You know what I mean? I don't know if that's politically correct to say that now, right? You know what I mean? You niggas is iffy now, right? So to define that bar, right? She said they switching like sissies now. So sissies was that's a derogatory term when it comes to someone that is homosexual, right? But what is she saying? You know, you went from heterosexual, you know what I'm saying, straight man, right, to a homosexual. I don't even know if it's right to say homosexual now. I don't know. I don't want to offend anybody. So whatever it's called, I apologize. I'm just trying to define the line, right? So, but what is she saying? You switching, right? So it's like, I think it's from the literal terms of people that's on the down low, right? You know what I'm saying? You switching and you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You switching. You know what I mean? I don't know which way you go. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is iffy now. You iffy, so we don't even know, right? But what is she saying as it pertains to the rap game. I just think she's saying people switching up. You know what I mean? They're just trying to do whatever to make money, right? You know what I'm saying? That's the way I'm taking that, right? You iffy now, you know what I mean? Maybe your career is iffy, you know what I'm saying? But the literal term on people, you know what I mean, that claim that they were heterosexual that are now homosexual, right? But maybe you just don't know. You iffy, you know what I'm saying? You don't even know. Maybe you mix, maybe you bi, whatever the case may be. You don't even know which way you go. Then she switched up to the card play here, right? Bitches tune switching up. We take them to Jiffy now, right? You know what I'm saying? So when you go to Jiffy Lube, you get a tune up, right? But when you say your tune is, when you're switching up your tune, it means you're changing your mind, right? Maybe you were in, maybe you said some shit in the blogs, or maybe you said some shit online or whatever, and then when you saw Nicki, oh, you switching up your tune. Oh, I ain't got no problem with you, you know what I mean? Or maybe you said something to someone else, maybe in the industry or whatever the case may be, you switching up your tune. You need to stand on principle, right? If you said it, stand on it, right? That's what she's saying. You switching it up, right? Then she went back to, talking about, how good a pussy is and shit. Nicki I gotta do that, right? She's I'm thicker than peanut butter, you nutties like Skippy now. I'm thicker than peanut butter, you nutting like Skippy now, right? Skippy peanut butter, right? Skippy is a brand of peanut butter, right? But what is she saying? I'm thicker than peanut butter, like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm curvy as hell, got ass for days, right? You know what I'm saying? You nutting. I think you guys can get that semen play, right? You know what I'm saying? You nutting like Skippy now. It's thick as hell. You know what I mean? I'm making you bust hella nuts is what she's saying, right? He want me to be his wife, his missus, right? His missus. First time listening to it, I apologize. He want me to be his wife, his missus like Sippy now. That's a Mississippi play, right? His missus like Sippy now. But what do men call their wife, right? As a nickname or like an AKA, right? The missus. Oh, the missus want me to do that. The missus want me to do this. Fire, right? So that's her wordplay going together, right? I mean, going crazy, right? Let's kind of recap it, right? Nicki now, hippie now, yippee now, Griffey now, sissies now, iffy now, right? So all of that is wordplay. Then she said, no, she wasn't even done, right? Because then she said Jiffy now, Skippy now, his missus now, like his missus like Sippy now. So yeah, she went wordplay crazy. So again, man, she's just dope at what the fuck she does, man. Let's keep it going. Shit.
Cause I'm a sucker for you.
Boom shang-a-lang-a-la, boom
Bring it back.
shang-a-lang-a-la.
She invites me to the condo. White fees in Chicago. My side piece, but she's also someone's wife. So tight, we spend is borrowed.
Okay.
It's our moment right here, fuck tomorrow. It's moments like these are to die for. She's clear, all nice and easy as hair. When I'm bleaching it blonde, so we got that lightning in a bottle. She's tipsy.
Okay,
I'm
hold
sober,
on, Eminem. Hold on a second. You know what I mean? Let's break down this little intro to Eminem here, right? What did he say here? He said, she invites me to the condo. Wifey's in Chicago. My side piece, but she's also someone's wife, so the time we spend is borrowed. I didn't know Eminem got down like that. You know what I mean? I didn't know he was like sneaky linking like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I mean? Because he said, but it's our moment right here. Fuck tomorrow. So fuck the consequences. Let's just do our sneaky link shit. Wifey's in Chicago. Let's get it in, right? Okay. All right. I didn't know he got down like that, but okay. And then he said here, because moments like these are to die for. Yeah, motherfuckers have died over side pieces, right? That definitely could happen, right? You know what I mean? It could definitely get violent and lead up and or to death, right? That can happen, right? And she's clear, all nice and easy as hair when I'm bleaching it blonde. So we got the lightning in the bottle. So let me make this disclosure. Same thing with Nicki, same thing with every artist that I do, especially when we talk about somebody like Eminem. This is somebody that you should be sitting with the song. I should be listening to this over and over and over, at least for me. Then I start to really see the picture come into focus, you know what I mean? But I'm on the spot. So I'm trying to get this shit out and ramp this up and get as many videos as I can get out to you, but still do a good job and do it justice. So let's give it a shot. So we got the sneaky link shit down, right? But when he says, because moments like these are to die for, we already defined that. That could be people do die when they cheat, right? That does happen, right? Infidelity does cause people's emotions to fly high, and it could cause some problems, right? But then he said, I'm bleaching it blonde, you know what I mean? Like hair, bleaching it blonde with lightning in a bottle, right? So I'm thinking that might be a hair dye play, you know what I mean, right? Going back up to die for, right? But then he says, she's clear, all nice and easy. So I don't know why he would say that unless that's something on dyeing hair. Maybe Nice and Easy is a hair manufacturer. I'm not used to it. I use Just for Men myself, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe that's something else. Maybe I should try the Nice and Easy. I don't know. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Give me some feedback on that. But I think that's what that is. That's gotta be, right? For him to say it's all nice and easy, right? That's probably a hair dye product, right? Because then he followed that up with bleaching it blonde, and then he said got lightning in a bottle, right? So lightning, like lightning striking from the sky, striking the ground, striking a tree, right? But you also have lightening your hair, right? If you're in the process of making your hair lighter, right? You could say lightening, right? I'm lightening my hair, right? Making it from a darker shade to a lighter shade. So I think that's a hair dye play. Give me some feedback on that. But again, I could be misinterpreting some of that stuff. So let's keep it going, because I know he gonna give us bars. That's what Eminem does. Boy, you gotta pay attention. Shit.
Easy as hair when I'm bleaching it blonde, so we got that lightning in a bottle. She's tipsy, I'm sober, so she gets a chip on her shoulder. Sits on the sofa, I go to load her. Slick bricks on her
flow,
some
man.
Some mischief on. She goes all that old school hip hop is over. Think that shit's got pneumonia. I told the bitch, now just hold up. That's why rap
Hold
needs
on a second.
doctor.
Hold on a second. I gotta pay attention. I have to pay attention. I'm sorry. I love his flow and his cadence in this and the way he's rhyming in that. Eminem has such a unique way of putting words together, man. So I just get so caught up in how he's rapping, but you gotta pay attention. So let me back it up, because I gotta pay attention. Hold up. Let's back it up. Back it up.
She's tipsy, I'm sober, so she gets a chip on her shoulder. Sits on the sofa, I go to load her. Slick bricks on her, throw some soul, some mischief on. She goes all that old school hip hop is over. Think that shit's got pneumonia. I told the bitch, now just hold up. That's why rap needs a doctor. Our genre's the notes are swollen up. It's time to check if the strep or some tonsillitis. Cause like what they swab you with when your throat hurts. That's why tribe is so vital. We need Q-tip for the culture.
All right, hold on, Eminem. Hold on. I can't let this all play out. It's just too much. We're gonna have to break this down into sections, and I still might miss some shit. I might, but yeah, we gotta break this down. Let's go back up top. What did he say? He said, she's tipsy, I'm sober, so she got a chip on her shoulder. I'm not gonna rap it the way he raps it, so you can get that out. You can get that out your head right now. I can't do it like that. Eminem is one of one that can do that. So the cadence we know is fire, right? So I'm not gonna rap it like that. But he said she's tipsy, I'm sober, so she gets a chip on her shoulder, right? So I believe he's been sober now for some years, right? I don't think he's been doing drugs, and I don't even know if he's drinking anymore, right? So I think what he's saying is he's kind of playing with that. She's tipsy and he's sober, right? So he's like, you know what I mean? Maybe she's like, come on, have a little drink. And he's like, nah, I'm sober, right? So she gets a chip on her shoulder. So she's upset about that, about him being sober and not participating in drugs or drinking or whatever the case may be. But I do think you get a sobriety chip of some sort, right? Every year or every month or something like that. I think it's every year. I don't know how that goes, but I believe that's what it is. I think that's a play on him, his sobriety and his annual sobriety chips, I believe is what he's saying. But she also is angry. She has a chip on her shoulder about him not doing drugs or drinking, right? So he's having this, he's kind of telling this tale in the midst of rapping this rapping scheme, right? So he's like, she's tipsy, I'm sober, you know what I mean? She gets a chip on her shoulder, right? She sits on the sofa, and I go to load a Slick Rick song or throw some Souls of Mischief on. Souls of Mischief is an old school hip hop group out of California. I don't know a lot from them, but I know they were out of California. We know Slick Rick, right? Slick Rick is one of the founders of hip hop back in the day, right? And then, so he's showing that he is a student of the game. Eminem is always giving credit to everybody in the hip hop game. So people talking about he's not about the culture, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This motherfucker has always showed homage and respect to the greats, right? And the old school people. So continuing on, she goes, all that old school hip hop is over. So the way he's rhyming this is crazy, right? I think the shit's got pneumonia, right? So that's a slick way. So this is a whole conversation. I can imagine this might be a real conversation he's had with somebody, right? Talking about all that old school hip hop is over. I think the shit's got pneumonia, right? The shit is in just hip hop is in like the state of emergency, right? Is what she's saying, right? And he said, I told her, bitch, now hold up. That's why rap needs a doctor. Let's stop right there, right? So he's playing on, so he's taking what she said and flipping it. Okay, well, if it's sick, it needs a doctor, right? And that's also Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre got Eminem into the game. Dr. Dre is one of the greats as well in hip hop. One of the legendary producer, probably, well, is one of the best to ever do it. Arguably the best, right? We ain't gonna get into that, but definitely the best, one of the best to ever do it, right? And so he's like, okay, cool. Since you say this rap shit is over, it's sick, it's got pneumonia, which pneumonia is a sickness that can kill you, right? So it's over. That's why she's saying, oh, this shit's over. Pneumonia can kill you without the right treatment, right? When you get pneumonia, the shit is serious. So he's like, that's why rap needs a doctor, right? So he's going with that. That's why rap needs a doctor. Our genre's lymph nodes are swole up. That's fucking hard, right? So he's playing on the whole sickness, right? The pneumonia play, right? It needs a doctor, right? Dr. Dre play there as well in music, right? So we need a doctor to heal the culture, heal hip hop, right? To bring it back. But our lymph nodes is an indication that you're sick. Typically is followed by like, if your lymph nodes are swollen, you have a sore throat, you have a fever of some sort, right? And then he said, it's time to check it for strep throat, or some tonsillitis, right? Tonsillitis or strep throat gives you a sore throat, right? You know what I mean? So he's feeding all into that doctor's play, right? Then he said, because like what they swab you when your throat hurts, that's why tribe is so vital. We need Q-tip for the culture. Dude, that scheme is crazy. Think about what he just said. Q-tip was a part of the group Tribe Called Quest. If you don't know about Tribe Called Quest, do your research, man. Tribe Called Quest is fire, right? Especially when we talk about old school hip hop, right? And just culture, right? But Q-tip is a brand of swab, right? So if you're swabbing your throat for tonsillitis or strep throat or whatever case it may be, right? That can help the doctors identify how to treat you, right? You know what I'm saying? So that whole play in the cotton swab, right? Q-tip. That's why we need the tribe, you know what I'm saying? It's so vital, Tribe Called Quest, for the culture, right? But also, when you take a Q-tip to get a sample in the medical field, I think they call that a medical culture sample, I believe. That is fire, man. But again, it might be some shit in here that I'm still not getting, but that's kind of the gist of what I'm getting from this whole Dr. Pneumonia play. Fire, right? And then I heard a little bit of that. Sound like he about to go into the sped up flow now and go get real crazy. So let's keep it going. Already, man. Jeez.
That's why tribe is so vital. We need Q-tip for the culture. Beat it up a little. You ain't dealing with a fucking featherweight. I used to medicate it till I get a fucking bellyache. And now I'm finna step on the pedal. Don't wanna ever break. I wanna accelerate to a level that I can elevate. The minute with the pen, I'll make the motherfucker detonator. Wanna make an acapella. Wait, I gotta set a date with the devil and celebrate together. We can renovate and redevelop hella weights. And I'ma get a special place. Now, take a ride with me. Hop into my time machine. I'ma take the drive.
Gotta stop it. Gotta stop it. Shit, Eminem. Jeez, man. This is what happens. He said we gotta speed it up. Again, I'm not gonna try to rap it like Eminem, so you can forget about that. So he says, you ain't fucking dealing with a featherweight. I used to medicate until I had a fucking bellyache, right? Until I had a fucking bellyache. So when we talk about the beginning of this verse, he said, she's tipsy and I'm sober, right? So he's painting the picture. Like I said, I think this could be a real conversation he had with somebody, right? They're upset. They got a chip on their shoulder because he's not drinking, right? They're tipsy and they want to have a good time because motherfuckers that get drunk all the time think if you ain't drinking, you ain't having a good time, right? And he's like, no, don't get it twisted. I used to fucking get this shit. You're not dealing with a featherweight. I used to fucking kill it. I would drink you under the table is what I think he's saying here, right? I used to drink so much and medicate, whether it be drinking or drugs, till I had a fucking bellyache. So you ain't dealing with a featherweight. You ain't dealing with a lightweight here. I know what the fuck I'm doing, right? So then he said, now I'm going to step on the pedal and I don't want to ever break, right? I want to keep going. I want to accelerate to a level that I can elevate. And I think he has done that. When we talk about where Eminem has started, he always could rap well. But I think now he's at a totally different level, and how he's able to put words together and do things like this. He is very, very sharp. He has elevated his rapping ability to a higher level. I agree with that, right? And maybe because since he's become sober, he can see more clearly, right? Then he said, demented with the pen, I'll make the motherfucker detonate. Yes, I believe that, because again, we just touched that. Yeah, this motherfucker can rap and write at a higher level. Yeah, he's just incredible. I want to make it a cappella. Wait, I gotta set a date with the devil and celebrate. Together we can renovate, right? So again, detonate, set a date, celebrate, renovate. So he's showing you in the midst of this double time fast flow, now he's playing with words on top of it, right? Crazy, right? Because he started with featherweight, right? Featherweight, bellyache, break, elevate, detonate, wait, set a date, celebrate, renovate in the midst of this double time flow. Crazy, right? So after renovate, then he says, and redevelop, hell awaits. Another rhyme scheme, right? Another wordplay. And until I get to my special place, right? So that, I believe, was the whole rhyme scheme, right? And I think that's when he stopped the double time flow, I think. Because don't kill me. Again, this is my first time listening to it. So I think that that's where we're at now. So what is he saying here? This is Eminem showing you why he's one of the best to ever do this shit, and no one can do it like this. No one can play with words. At least I haven't heard anybody do it at this level. Not that other people can't do it, but I haven't heard people do it at this level, right? So he's able to show you, I'm gonna speed it up, do this double time flow, and wordplay you to death in this double time flow. Fire, right?
That's why tribe is so vital. We need Q-tip for the culture. Beat it up a little. You ain't dealing with a fucking featherweight. I used to medicate it till I get a fucking bellyache, and now I'm finna step on the pedal. I wanna ever break. I wanna accelerate to a level that I can elevate. I'm in it with the pen. I'll make the motherfucker detonate. I wanna make it a cappella. Wait, I gotta set a date with the devil and celebrate together. We can renovate and redevelop hella weights, and I'ma get a special place. Now, take a ride with me. Hop in my time machine. I'ma take the driver's seat as I thrust into hyperspeed like I'm a meteorite. And motherfucker, fucking meteorite in the behind. I'm a human encyclopedia. I must be like pie crust because I was bred to rise like I was yeast.
This motherfucker is ridiculous. He is so good at what he does. We're in a third flow right now, I believe. I haven't been counting it. Usually I kind of count it out for you guys so you kind of see all the flows. I believe we on the third flow now, right? This motherfucker is amazing, man. Look at what he's able to do, man. So he comes off the double time flow, right? So first we started with the doctor scheme, right? Then he hits us with the double time flow, word playing you to death, right? Now we're in the third flow, right? So in this flow, he says, now take a ride with me, hop into my time machine. I'm in the driver's seat as I thrust into hyperspeed like a meteorite, and motherfuck the fucking media right in the behind. I'm a fucking encyclopedia. I must be like pie crust because I was bred to rise as like yeast. Come on, man. Come on, dude. So what is he saying here? Hop in my time machine. I'm gonna be in the driver's seat and take you into hyperspeed, right? I think he's just saying, let's bring back true rap. Let's bring, obviously, a time machine, right? That could be a Back to the Future play as well. You know what I mean? Going to time machine, going back into time, right? But also the play on meteorite, a rock hitting the earth, right? And meteorites, right? Because he said like a meteorite and motherfuck the meteorite in the behind, right? So I think it's meteorites like a record label, right? Or anyone that has legal rights to something, copyright or whatever the case may be, right? So meteorite, you know what I mean? Asteroid and rights to songs or publishing or something like that. Fire, right? I'm a human encyclopedia, right? But then the pie crust line, right? I must be like pie crust because when I was bred, right? Because you need bread to make a pie crust, right? You know what I'm saying? I rise like yeast. Yeast is the ingredient in anything, cakes, pies, whatever the case may be, to make it rise. Without the yeast, it doesn't rise, right? So you wouldn't have a pie. You'd have a flat pie, right? Or a flat cake, right? So when he says I was bred, right? Because the literal term is bread, because you need bread to make a pie. But I was made, I was created, bread, I was created to rise like yeast, right? So I was created to be here. And also I think he's saying because without yeast, it doesn't rise. So without Eminem, I think hip hop doesn't ascend to where it's at. That's on a first listen. That's what I think he's saying. That is beautiful, man. The way he's able to put that together. And again, the way he said, I did the cadence no justice, but I just want to define it so that way you guys really understand. And I'm learning too on the spot, because this is a new song for me too. That was beautiful, man. Let's keep it going. Shit. And I know you guys will tell me if I missed something, but that's kind of what I'm taking from this on the first listen.
Now, take a ride with me, hop in my time machine. I'ma take the driver's seat as I thrust into hyperspeed like I'm a meteorite. And motherfucker, fucking meteorite. And the behind, I'm a human encyclopedia. I must be like pie crust because I was bred to rise like I was yeast. And you're never gonna reach these heights, they're just too high to reach it. I ain't even reached my fucking highest. You better pick another game, try hide and seek. And you might wanna decide to cheat, cause you gotta open your eyes to peek.
Yeah, that was hard. That was ridiculous, man. So coming off the rise like yeast play, you know what I'm saying? He was created to ascend and rise and bring hip hop to a different level, right? That's the way I'm defining it, right? He continues that play on height, right? Because he says after that, you're never gonna reach these heights, right? So playing off rise, let me continue that scheme. Now it's a measurement, right? From the ground to the top of something, right? Height, right? So you're never gonna reach these heights, right? They're just too high to reach. What I've done in the game is just too high. Don't even try to do what I've done. You're never gonna get there, right? Which I would agree, right? And he says, and I haven't even reached my highest, right? Is that what we said? I ain't even reached my fucking highest, right? So I haven't even reached my personal highest. You ain't gonna reach where I'm at right now because it's just too high to reach, but you're still not gonna reach my highest. So he's playing off that height, right? Because we started with rise and he continued with height. Height is too high to reach. It's my highest, right? And then he said, you better pick another game. Try hide and seek, right? So he's playing with that word like a motherfucker, man. Rise, height, you know what I'm saying? Highest, you know what I'm saying? Hide and seek, right? Hide and seek is a game that you played as a kid, right? You cover your eyes, right? And then you count to whatever, 10 or whatever the case may be, and people go hide, right? So if you want to even compete with me in this game, it won't be rapping. It better be another game because it's just too high. You know what I mean? I've set the bar too high is what he's saying, right? And so then he says, and you might want to decide to cheat, right? So coming off the hide and seek, right? You better pick another game because rapping ain't it for you. If you want to try to get on my level, try hide and seek, and you might decide to cheat because you gotta open your eyes to peek. That is so fucking dense and layered, man. He says because you gotta open your eyes to peek. Because if you want to cheat, you gotta open your eyes to see where people ran to. Like the literal game hide and seek. You cover your eyes and you try to. You count to whatever, right? And you could peek through your fingers to kind of see where people hid so you can find them. So you're cheating, right? But I also think it's a play on his level of success because you got to open your eyes to peak, to reach the peak of something, right? Because he says, I haven't even reached my highest potential, right? To reach your highest potential, you got to open your eyes. I think it's going back all the way up to how he started this verse with the sobriety line, right? I'm sober, right? And then he started talking about how he's trying to elevate and get to the next level and all that kind of stuff, right? And I think he's saying you got to open your eyes. You got to broaden your horizon. You got to be open to different things in your life to hit your peak, right? Which he couldn't do when he wasn't sober. If I got that right, that is so fucking dense, man. Y'all got to give it up. Golly, man. Damn, Eminem. And this is crazy. I thought I was gonna try to get through this song kind of quickly. I was gonna try to be as efficient as possible, but no. You got to give credit where credit's due. This was a great collaboration. We talk about all the things Nicki does and how she's able to do rap at a high level. Yeah, this was a great collaboration, man. We probably got to get to Roman's Revenge as well because I know that they're both on that too. So let's keep it going. Shit.
You're never gonna reach these heights, they're just too high to reach it. I ain't even reached my fucking highest. You better pick another game, try hide and seek. And you might wanna decide to cheat, cause you gotta open your eyes to peek.
Yeah, the way you said
that. Am I indeed the last of a dying breed? Even if you fire breathe, ain't shit you could say to inspire heat. If you wrapped your entire meat, pat up in a dryer sheet. And I'm back to rule the kingdom of fuck it. Better not use me as your topic. Anybody who brings me up, duck it. Let me keep it 100. Two things shouldn't be your themes of discussion. The queen and her husband. Last thing you're gonna wanna be is our subjects. Yeah.
Yeah, he destroyed that verse. He destroyed that verse like he does it with everything, man. I'm not gonna take too much time because I know we've taken a lot of time on Eminem, man. But I just want, just like we do with Nicki, just like I try to do with every artist that I think is dope, man. I try to give them their due credit, man, and really try to understand what they're trying to say, right? So after he's had the peak line, right, he said, I'm indeed the last of a dying breed, right? Going back to showing homage to the OGs and him really caring about the essence and the culture and what hip hop is really foundationally built on, right? So he goes back to that. So he says, I'm the last of a dying breed, and even if you fire breathe, ain't shit you could say to inspire heat, right? So we talk about, that's a play on fire creating heat, right? But you always hear me when I hear a hot line, right? What do I say, man? They spitting hot fire. They spitting hot fire, right? That means they are rapping at a high level, right? So when the way I'm taking that line is him saying that even if you do rap at a high level, if you fire breathe, if you're spitting that hot fire, right? I've done so much for the culture. Eminem has done so much for the culture that I inspire other people. I inspire other dope artists that spit fire. You know what I mean? That rap at a high level. So even if you have a verse or two or whatever the case may be, it's one thing to do that. It's another thing to inspire a whole generation of rappers and continue the culture and the foundation of rap and move it forward, right? To progress rap. That's what I believe that he's saying in that, because I just think that that's the depth in it. I could be wrong, but I believe that that's the depth in it. And then I like the big boss talk that he ended it with, right? He said, I'm back to rule the kingdom. So fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Or fuck it, right? Or fuck it. I think he said or fuck it, right? So I'm here to rule the kingdom. I'm ready to take the reins back, right? Because the name of the song is Majesty, right? So we're talking about kings and queen, right? Majesties is royalty, right? So he's like, I'm here to rule this shit, right? Rule the kingdom, or fuck it, I'll burn this bitch down, right? Either way, right? So better not use me as a topic. Anyone who brings me up, duck it. You better not say shit about me. You know what I'm saying? And you better duck it, because now you might start catching strays now. You know what I mean? If you fuck with the king, right? You know what I mean? Anyone that brings me up, you better just skirt over that shit. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't saying nothing positive about me, yeah, you don't even want to be involved with that, bro. You don't even want to catch the rain of fire that I'm gonna rain down on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. Two things that shouldn't be the themes of your discussion. And again, I'm not even doing the cadence any kind of justice, right? The queen and her husband, right? So we're talking about Nicki, and now he's talking about me. You know what I'm saying? Great collaboration. I said that in the last great collaboration, right? Because they both are fucking rapping at a highest levels, right? You know what I mean? And kings and queens in their own right? Last thing you're gonna wanna be is our subjects, right? Sorry, let me say that again. The last thing you're gonna wanna be is our subjects. So when someone says your subjects, right? That's an old, like, I believe Greek mythology type of term, right? Last thing you want to be is our playthings, right? That's what a subject was back then. You know what I mean? Dance for me, do this for me. You know what I mean? I look at you as beneath me. You're a subject of amusement. You know what I mean? Do this, do that. You know what I mean? Like a fucking science project. You know what I mean? So the last thing you want to do is piss Eminem or Nicki Minaj off, because that's going to be your demise. It's going to be destruction. That was a fire-ass verse from Eminem. Shout out to Eminem, and shout out to all of you guys that recommended this song. I understand why. He lost his fucking mind, like he always does, and like Nicki always raps at a high level. Let's keep it going. I guess let's finish it up at this point. Shit, that was amazing, man. Amazing.
'Cause I'm a sucker for you.
Boom shang-a-lang-a-la, boom shang-a-lang-a-la.
Yeah, yo, let me hit you back.
Okay, they
Told
switched it
him
up.
I'll get you back. I know you sitting there just thinking about who did you that. I am who did you that.
Hey.
You tripping, did you pack?
Hey.
Can't post on Nicki block unless you selling Nicki crack. Can take a Nicki pack. Check
Come on.
out this Nicki act.
Hey.
Nicki this, Nicki that. All these bitches piggyback. Nicki back.
Yeah, that was cool. I like this switch up too. Hey. Come on. Hey. Hey.
Wanna come out, you're suicidal.
Hey.
You're on the real, and these bitches idle. Gotta be dumb to make me your rival.
Come on.
'Cause I'm too powerful, and you not powerful. So say your prayers, 'cause Cause you about to die slow. Die slow.
Die slow. Yeah.
Jealousy is a disease. Die slow. Die slow. Die slow. Tell her that jealousy is a disease. Die slow.
Yeah, that was hard. That was fire, man. Shout out to Nicki and Eminem, man. They killed that. I see why you guys wanted me to do that. This was hard, man. You might be right, guys. I mean, you guys have been saying this Queen album is crazy. She did so much shit on this, and it's really coming to fruition here because I'm seeing that she's just doing crazy shit, man. What did she say here at the end? Now let me hit you back. Told him I'll get you back. You know what I mean? So I don't know who she's talking about. Give me some feedback on that. You know, I know you sitting there thinking about who did you that? Who did that to you, right? Who did you that? She's all, I'm the one that did you that. I'm the one that did this to you, right? So I don't know who she's talking about or what she's talking about. Give me some feedback on it. Then she said, you tripping, did you pack? Right? So when somebody say you tripping, you know, obviously, you know, you fucking being ridiculous, right? You upset, you know what I mean? I got you flustered. Maybe Nicki's talking about somebody. I got you flustered. You tripping, boy. You making a big scene over nothing, but did you pack, right? So she's playing on the word tripping, like you take a trip, you got to pack for it, right? You know what I'm saying? But I think she's saying if you tripping, get the fuck up out of here. You tripping, let me help you get the fuck up out of the rap game. Let me help you get up out of here because you're tripping, right? You can't post on Nicki's block unless you selling Nicki crack, right? Pack crack. So she's playing with the words there, right? But she's also saying that's a drug reference there, right? You can't sell drugs on my block. It's territories and drugs, right? But she's also saying if you selling, maybe she's saying, I don't know. I'm gonna take a stab at it. Maybe she's saying if you're gonna speak about Nicki, you better have my permission, right? Because you got to get permissions to sell on people's blocks, right? And if you're going to open your mouth, show some respect, right? You know what I'm saying? And unless you have my blessing, don't open your fucking mouth. It's kind of what I think she's saying there, right? Then she said, Nicki this, Nicki that, all these bitches piggyback, right? So I think that's exactly what I think she's saying. I think she's saying everybody has so much to say on social media, or maybe people talk behind her back, say different things, right? But all these women, all these up and coming artists, or all of these artists that are now getting money is off of me. You're piggybacking off of me, right? So fire, right? And then I love the way she ended it, man, right? She shows that she can do so much. I can rap, but I can also sing. I can hold melody. I got cadence, right? I do all this shit. And she was almost talking shit on some singing shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so powerful and you're not powerful, you know what I'm saying? Say your prayers because you're about to die slow, right? Die slow. Jealousy is a disease. Die slow, right? So, dude, you know what I mean? She talking that shit, you know what I mean? You guys can definitely give me some feedback on who specifically she's talking about, but maybe she's talking about the usual suspects. Remy Ma, you know what I'm saying? And whoever else you want to throw in there, right? You know what I mean? But this was fire, man. I enjoyed that, man. Shout out to everybody who requested this song, man. Majesty. I'm going to get to Roman's Revenge. I know that's another song with her and Eminem. I'm going to get down to Eminem bag too, because Eminem is incredible as well. And I just want to highlight great artists, man, and really show everyone knows that they're great, but I really want to dissect it from a different aspect and just give my thoughts and opinions on it, man. But damn, this was incredible, man. Maybe we go get through this whole Queen album, man. If you feel a little industrious, it'd be nice if you can watch other artists other than Nicki. That would be nice. Not pressuring you, but that would be nice. So anyway, man, love you guys, man. That'll do it for this one, man. Got some other things on the horizon, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Check out other content. That's it, man. I love you guys. Till next time, I'm Ryan. Peace.